In the early morning of June 13th, 1971, Dr. James McDonald ended his life.
Another thing that's common all over the world is the scoffing and ridicule from official sources, from my fellow scientists, largely, well, almost entirely.
No one can say with certainty what it was that finally broke James McDonald's spirit. But the ridicule he endured for taking UFOs seriously cannot have helped him in his struggle with his own personal demons.
These are the actual holes. As you know, a UFO landed on a highway down there. There were 4 altogether. We
you have
three
three of the holes.
Correct.
Look a bit burned.
How does this rank as evidence, Dr. McDonald?
Well, of course, physical evidence is just the just the sort of thing that my scientific colleagues and I too are looking for all the time. Anecdotal data, subjective observations are of great interest and pertinent, but physical evidence is badly needed, and there is more of this than most persons would realize, and most scientists would realize. There are quite a range of magnetic effects. Magnetographs have been driven off scale, watches have been stopped, compasses disturbed, ship's compasses, radio compasses, and so on. Great many cases of disturbance of car engines. Cars have been stopped. I suppose that there must be 100 to 150 rather well-authenticated cases of cars stopped. There are too many instances of malfunctions and disturbances of power systems coincident with objects of an unconventional nature in the vicinity to ignore that category of data. So
Important, for instance, are photographs.
Photographs are potentially very important, but there are many more hoax photos than there are genuine photos. Unfortunately, you can sell a photo, and that possibility opens the doors to fraud and fabrication. And I think it's scientifically, well, almost scandalous that we're ignoring this long-standing problem in the way that we in the scientific community have ignored it. Well, science doesn't want to sanctify it because it regards the evidence as not good scientific evidence. So you have a vicious cycle. We don't usually move ahead into areas this way in science, and so the problem is how to take an originally subjectively reported category of data of most unusual nature and convince scientists that they ought to take it seriously. The Air Force going along saying for 15 or so years that the unexplained percentage is only 1 or 2%. My own view of the problem is that it ought to be about 25 or 30% when you look at the Air Force cases. Position that the extraterrestrial hypothesis, but I underscore that word hypothesis, is the most probable hypothesis. I'm ready to throw it over when I see something that categorically rules it out, but this is my position.
In the early morning of June 13th, 1971, Dr. James McDonald walked into the Arizona desert. An hour before dawn, he put a gun to his head and ended his life.